was not. We've seen the video. We have a still shot of it. He was 100% not pointing a gun at that cop. There was no reason for that cop to shoot him. The kid was fleeing. He was running away. They're going to tase him or whatever. He did not have to kill him. That cop was not under any threat whatsoever. Let's be clear. Damn what these white supremacists say on the internet. All I'm white and I say so shit ain't flying. So what happened was the family was allowed to come see the footage. The dad saw that footage and he saw what they said and basically determined that they lied and got a free kill off his son. So that dad went around and said, okay, well, I'm about to get my lick back, and went down and unalived another officer. And then when he went to his arraignment, he went up in the courtroom and they had dozens of law enforcement in there trying to stand in solidarity and intimidate that brother. And he walked up in there and walked out with his head up looking.
That's right.
Cops dead in their eyes. Like, okay, things happen.
Eye for an eye.
And let me tell you something. A lot of people in the dominant society, boy, they feel a certain way about that. They've been kind of, that kind of shook them up a little bit. A few things shook them up about that. Number one, the black reaction. You look online, a lot of black folks are like, yeah, we're riding with that dad. You look online, millions of black people are online supporting the father. You understand? Well, ain't that forgiveness talk. Ain't nobody doing all that.
Yeah, forget that
ain't
shit.
None of that. Oh, they go low, he go high. Mama shit. It ain't none of that.
Nope.
So that's a lot of people in the dominant white society. They're like that. That kind of conversation, that's kind of making them a little nervous.
Niggas starting to fight back.
And I've seen several law enforcement agencies tweeting, oh, God, they're trying to put some propaganda out. Oh, that criminal. Oh, the thin blue line. Oh, this cop-killing criminal. Oh, we all have to stand together. So a lot of people in the dominant society, this situation right here with this dad got immediate justice for his son. What he perceived as justice, the dad got immediate justice in his mind for his son. That has people shook in the dominant society. They're very shook. Now, why are they shook? Why does this case right here, why is this so pivotal? Oh, this was, they're hyper-focused on this case in Cincinnati because, see, what happens, this disrupts the whole power dynamic. This case, it flips the traditional script where white officers, they're used to being the aggressors with impunity. So a black civilian taking direct and deadly action in response to that, see, that threatens that unspoken hierarchy.
Right.
And dominance.
People tired of
this shit. That's a
shit.
direct threat to that system. The brother pulled that move because we're supposed to rely on the system all the time. So this brother said, damn the system.
Damn the system.
I am the system.
Right.
Now, they don't like that. They don't want
That's
that kind of talk
think.
and mindset to get contagious. See, and that represents retaliatory justice, not victimhood. See, black people are allowed to protest, cry, beg.
Right.
And we're only allowed to do that up to a certain point, but we're never so-called allowed to retaliate. You ain't supposed to retaliate.
Nope.
Oh, you don't think like that. What would
Don't
Dr.
do that.
Martin Luther King think? Oh, you gotta be nonviolent. You see?
Gotta be nonviolent.
Because, see, family, even when and that's the problem. See, I want the dominant society to understand what's going on here. Y'all say, okay, y'all protest and beg, but okay, when we protest, y'all say, okay, we're gonna put some laws together where
they want us to be nonviolent, so that way they can keep doing what they're doing. That's the whole game. They want you to be nonviolent and protest and cry and scream. Don't riot, because that's fighting back. Of course, you want your enemy to not fight back. So of course you're gonna tell them that you don't do. No, you listen to that bullshit. No, you supposed to fight back. You supposed to have an uprising. You supposed to have stuff like that. They're supposed to fear you.
we'll allow Kyle Rittenhouse to go to the protest with a gun and pick some of y'all off.
Right.
And we'll protect Kyle Rittenhouse. See?
That's the game.
Y'all still play little deadly games when we want to protest.
That's the game.
When we want to march in the streets and say, hey, we want some kind of justice. We're begging for justice while we're marching in the middle of the street. Y'all turn around and put a law together that says, hey, you know what? You can legally run over these protesters.
Right.
So every time we do something nonviolent or do something peaceful or beg,
here they come with some bullshit.
More damn violence. So people are like, well, damn. Well, shit, I guess that's the only language y'all know.
It's violence. That's all they do know.
You see?
It's violence.
So now, this case in Ohio, that's introducing the rare, unsettling image of a black parent who avenges their child rather than mourn passively.
Crying.
See, that challenges white America's comfort zone. See, y'all used to somebody getting the race soldier killing somebody, and then they out here with Ben Crump hugging every damn body.
Right.
Those days are over.
Right.
All right.
That shit's over with.
That's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's over with.
Bust back.
Yeah. Because that didn't work. You know, people, you know, they just not going to keep doing the same shit that ain't working. And, you know, you picking off people's kids, you don't know how people are going to react. You do not know how people are going to react. You're out here messing with folks' kids. And again, it sets a psychological precedent. See, law enforcement, a lot of people in the dominant society, they fear copycat responses. See, if one grieving father retaliates violently, they worry that other people might say, hey, that might be the next move. Because people are losing faith in the justice system. See, the white supremacists are getting desperate. You better understand the art of war. You don't back folks in a corner and don't leave it out.
Right.
That's the worst thing you can do in warfare. That's just military science. This is not me talking. In military science, they always say you leave an out for people, because if you don't leave an out and you corner somebody, they're going to fight to the damn death. And they haven't given us a damn out. Every goddamn time they harm us, it's always some bullshit justification. So people are like, well, damn it, let me create my own exit zone on my own terms. That's how people are thinking now. And the narrative can't really be controlled now. See, the usual propaganda, that whole he reached for something, or he was pointing the gun at me, or that shit ain't holding up no more. Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit. I'm white and I say so. All of these, we see what's going on. Speaking of Ohio, again, we remember Tamir Rice when the cop said that. Remember, they said that Tamir Rice pulled a gun out on the cop and held it up. When you see the video, Tamir Rice didn't do that. No,
did not.
So people are tired of you gunning us down and then lying about it. And not only lying, you're protecting the damn race soldier. You're hiding them and not putting their name out.
Right.
So now this dad said, okay, you can hide them if you want to. It's more y'all out here I'll get.
Right.
Since y'all on the same team, I'll get another one of your team members. That's how cats are thinking. You see, it's a whole different thing right now. The system lies, that's not holding up. And when you have a system that's putting lies out there repeatedly, every time a black person is harmed, they're sitting up here lying, we got to accept lies, that delegitimizes the system. People lose faith in that system. And
which we should have a long time ago.
The martyr mode. See, historically, black families, they're expected to be peaceful in the face of injustice. Oh, you're supposed to have quiet dignity and all of that.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we'll get the family and we'll give them a couple of dollars and we'll parade you around and hug on you while we protect the race soldier who killed you. No, it's like, no, I'm about to go get at these folks. It's going to be an eye for an eye. That's what people are thinking now.
Right.
That ain't holding up at all. So there's a new rebellious archetype that the dominant society, they can't really celebrate or control right now. You know, so that's a problem. Because now it's decentralized. You don't know what each individual is thinking right now. So you walking on eggshells. You don't know. You go out here and you shoot some unarmed kid or some some teen. Now, hey, you don't know whose son that is.
Right. You don't know who you messing with.
Everybody ain't raised by no single mother. There's some dads out here that's going to stand on some kind of business.
That part.
Because that's what they're used to. They're used to shooting some kid in the hood somewhere with a single mother, and the mother is out here crying, and they give her a couple of dollars, and then she's out there with Ben Crump.
Them days is
it's
gone.
different when a dad is around and you take a man's son. You don't know what that man was going to do.
His probably only son too.
And also, what the dominant society, they're tripping.
He felt like he had nothing to live for. It was a guy talking about that. He talked about that. He's like, man, if y'all take my son and he ain't do nothing, he's like, I'm taking one of y'all. Simple as that. He's like, but the whole point of being a father is protecting his kids. My kid, I didn't do that. My kid, you took my kid. So what else do I have to live for? You done took the only reason I have to live is my kid, my son. So guess what? I'm gonna take somebody from you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I need to be. Shit, fuck that. I'm just waiting for them to. Maybe they'll give us nah. Fuck that. You take one of y'all. They shoot us and then play crazy. Well, guess what? I'm gonna shoot one of y'all and play crazy. Since y'all
about this case in particular, because see, there's a fear of them losing the image of police as untouchables. See, white society, they treat law enforcement as the last line of unchecked authority. See, if officers can be held accountable outside of the system, especially lethally,
right, you're
lethally holding them accountable, then that whole aura of invincibility, that begins to crack. Because see, they always portray these white officers as like almost godlike, untouchable.
Right. Can't mess with them.
They can't be touched because of black fear or the pushback. So now when you have this brother, not only did he get that lick back and touch one of them, then looked him in the eye with his head up.
I like
they
that.
They don't like that image at all. With no fear. Wasn't groveling. Oh Lord, I'm sorry. There wasn't no groveling or nothing.
Look the motherfuckers dead in their eyes.
They don't like that energy.
Ready to pop another one of them motherfuckers.
That reminds them of the damn Maroons. They know how that can go. You see. So the dominant society, they feel a certain way about this case because it signals growing support for retribution now.
Right.
That's especially terrifying to the dominant society, that a significant portion of black society, they're supporting the father. You look online, millions of people are supporting this father.
I do.
They're not condemning him. They're justifying it. So that shift in collective consciousness, that's more dangerous than any protest to them. You see? Now, you have a couple of Sambos and Tethers, like, oh, no, that is not the way. And then you can have that now. You got a couple of them. But this really exposes the fragility of the system. See, the system depends on fear. It depends on fear, silence, and submission. So when one father is willing to risk it all in a very calculated act of vengeance,
you waking up others.
It reminds everybody that oppressed people, when pushed too far, they can and will push back. Yeah? So they don't like that. Now listen, I've seen a couple of Sambos. Now listen, you've had some of the Sambos.
Jason Woodlock ass.
Who's already crying that ain't gonna work. It ain't enough Sambos. The Sambos are getting shouted down.
Right, that part.
What's that one dude? I always bring him up. Eddie James, Reverend Eddie James. I think that's his name. That Sambo during the George Floyd uprising. When shit went south, you had that Sambo sitting out there making videos, crying,
talking crap,
trying to. trying to gain his butter biscuits back with white people. Look what is going on. You have black people killing cops. Oh no. This is not the way. You're killing white people. Oh no, don't do it, Negroes. This is not the way. We have to pray. We need a blessing. It ain't enough for them out there, family. It ain't enough for them. So it's a new vibe out here. All right, let's get okay, so what the
This is Tariq Nasheed, man. Y'all can check out his channel, Tariq Radio, Tariq Radio. Just wanted to chime in and give my little commentary on this video by Tariq Nasheed. I like to listen to him talk about stuff like this, especially when it comes to injustices of people in America, especially black people in America. I like to hear his commentary and take on stuff. But yeah, this case has gotten really big. This is like really intriguing, this whole thing. Homeboy shot an innocent. Now, I don't condone him taking out the officer who didn't do nothing. That was uncalled for. But do I condone him taking out the officers that might have taken out his son? Yeah. Eye for an eye. I'm with that. I'm with for eye for an eye. You know, why would you just my son? Even though my son was doing wrong, he was in a stolen car, which he probably didn't even know which was stolen. That happens all the time. But the fact that my son was running away from you, you decide to take him out because he was running away from you, like, and there's no justice for that. There's no explanation for that. The way they did that boy. If he's running away, you know, you're gonna. So if you run away, you deserve. And then motherfuckers actually were agreeing. So if you're running away, you deserve to be taken out. If you're running away from the officer, yeah. That's so stupid. So, yeah, I support old boy. Matter of fact, I want to do, does he have a GoFundMe? If he don't, he need to get one. Old boy. Because I'm pretty sure they going to push for him to get the D penalty. They want him to get the D penalty, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But I support him. Shit. I support him. Now, do I support him taking out an innocent officer? No, I don't support that, but like Tariq said, like Tariq was saying, they hide they've hidden the officers. They've hidden the officers that really did this shit. They, you know what I'm saying? They got them hidden up somewhere in some hotel somewhere. Him and his families. You know, whoever the officer was that took out this young brother. You know. They always get protection. Anyway, what do y'all think about this video? Leave your comments and subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up.